Today we're going to be learning how to book vacations online. This is something I'm really passionate about because I travel a lot. Like I've been to a bunch of places. I love going to a bunch more places. And I do all my family's like concierge work, so booking their tickets and all that. So this is a fun topic for sure. So we're gonna be talking about booking travel in four different steps. So number one would be how to start planning your vacation, comparing deals, and how to book, and also getting additional info because additional info there's a bunch of caveats. There's a lots of if, ands, and buts. So I hope that I'm going to be able to cover that for you. Booking is fairly straightforward, but obviously you have to be really careful with putting in passport details and all that. Walk you through that. Comparing deals, the most important part. Um, like there's times where like one time I bought a plane ticket for 800 USD where I got it at another site for 1600 USD. So like it was crazy. So I'm gonna have to walk you through all these, and I'm really excited. So number one, where to start? What you need to know before booking your vacation online. So you have to consider a bunch of things. So when trying to decide where you want to travel, these tips can help you narrow down your decision. A, your own interests and hobbies. Wait, sorry, is my Wi-Fi slow? I'm freezing up a bit.
No, I think it's okay.
Okay, two, location, like where you want to go. Three, the climate. Oh my God, this is the big thing. And four, the mode of travel. And five, the season and dates. All these factors can actually like make or break your vacation, right? I had a friend that booked a vacation in Miami a couple of weeks ago. It was raining the entire time. The entire time was raining. So, I, yeah. Season and dates matter a lot because the price can triple or quadruple, especially since, like, for example, I go to India every single year, and that costs like 15,000, 20,000. Like, if you're not careful. If you're not careful. If you get a good deal, then you're fine. But a bunch of these travel agents, they do end up scamming you. So, we have to be careful, especially when booking with a whole family. So, after finding your destination, your next step is to research the dates. Again, I said research the best times to go. Honestly, whenever I go during winter, like, I mean, summer break, let's say I'm leaving in mid-July, like, and coming back August, here in Canada, we have those dates for summer vacation. So, actually, the tickets departing from Toronto, Ontario will be much more expensive because all the little kids have summer vacation, right? So what I usually do is like go from here to Washington D.C. or like to New York and then get the flight from there because it's cheaper there. So you have to be careful. You have to account. For example, I'm in Canada, but American Thanksgiving is I think this weekend. Yeah,
Next Thursday. Next Thursday.
Thursday. Right. So American Thanksgiving is Thursday. And if I wanted to go to New York on Thursday, bunch of people's families are gonna be waiting for them in New York. So my ticket will be probably 30% higher. So you have to try your best to avoid peak times due to peak price surges. And be flexible with dates with the best deals. Like for example, once I told my travel agent that okay, I'm flexible, we can go to Arizona anytime in the next 2 weeks. He found me a good deal on a random Tuesday. I got home from school, got to the airport, and got it. Um, so number two is comparing bookings. And oh my God, is this important. So you consider your budget and what they may look like for you on your trip. So start by taking a look at the different flights available that meet your dates. Compare prices, times, and layovers, and use like useful apps like Hopper, Expedia, Trivago, and Travelocity and Kayak. I haven't heard of Travelocity, but I've used everything else. So yeah, layover times are a big thing. Do not underplay layover times. Like one time, especially like a bunch of like I personally I use priority boarding because I have a physical constraint, so I can't really wait in lines for too long. A bunch of you, I'm assuming that would be on like as wheelchair passengers will be able to skip the lines during boarding and all that. And with that extra time, you're gonna get bored, right? So especially if you're a wheelchair user, I would strongly recommend you to not have a layover of over 8 hours unless you're planning to go somewhere in the country. I had a 13-hour layover in Germany once, and I was not planning to go outside. So we just stayed there on a bench for a good 4 hours. Um, all right. So booking hotels. A bunch of these places you can get really, really cheap flights. Like Vegas, from here to Vegas is like what, a 4.5 hour flight? My flight was $250. The hotel, however, was 800 a night. Um, so you have to understand like the surrounding areas, the proximity to your interest, amenities, and safety. Like earlier this year, I was in London, England. Um, my hotel originally was in the greater London. So like that was I guess a good like 20 kilometers, like 15, like 12, 13 miles away from where I'm usually supposed to be, right? So I would actually, even if my hotel would be cheap, I would end up paying double the amount in taxi fares because it'll be so much, right? So yeah, I want you guys to not always just book the cheapest option because the cheapest option could very well be your most expensive option. I learned that the hard way a couple times, and not in America. America was good, but in Europe, they scam you for cab prices. Like I'm telling you. Um, so how to book using the travel sites, secure your trip. So once you've selected your destination, flight, or like their travel methods, and hotel, you can utilize some of the many easy to use and secure websites. Now all that's left is to input your information for travel itinerary and complete your payment. That is correct, but make sure you input the correct information. Once I put like an extra letter in my name, and they put me in for like double interrogation because my ticket had like an extra A in it, and you have to be very careful. You have to like if you have multiple nationalities like me, um, like if you're traveling to America, I have to put American. I mean, Canada, Canadian, right? So, make sure you're like if you have two nationalities, make sure you select the one that you're actually gonna use at that destination. Uh, Speaking from experience. So booking sites also offer additional add-ons to your trip for an additional cost, like excursions slash activities, rental cars, and transportation. So, excursions activities, big thing. So I went to Vegas a couple months ago, and Vegas was good. Viva La Vegas. I've been a couple times, but um, I also wanted to go to Grand Canyon, and I found a really good deal. If I called up the busing company that takes you, like the charter company that takes you to Grand Canyon, I would end up paying around like 170 USD per person. I ended up paying 83 per person because I got it with a deal. So again, take advantage of your points. Oh, I wonder if we're talking air miles today. If we're not, then we'll talk about it more. So some other useful apps that can help plan your stays while on vacation are Airbnb and Vrbo. Um, Honestly, Airbnb is really good in Europe and America, but South America or Asia, just be careful using the Airbnb. It's not too well enforced there. Additional information, things you should know about online travel. Oh my God, yeah, there's a lot. Take note of the website you may be booking with and their cancellation policy. 100%. I swear I've canceled like more than $45,000 worth of trips in my lifetime. Like we had to cancel it, we rebook it, circumstances change, all that happens, right? Necessary documents needed for travel to and from your destination, i.e. passports. Make sure you use the right passport, I swear to God. Or not you should include travel insurance for your trip depending on the location and level of need. So again, whenever I go to, let's say, India, I don't buy travel insurance. In America, I don't buy travel insurance. But in Europe, I do get it because I'm not sure of the medical system there. I'm a Canadian citizen, so I should be insured with free healthcare in Canada. In America, I have the American health insurance policy by default. In India, that's fine. But if you go to an unknown destination, I strongly recommend getting like a health insurance policy. Like if I went to Brazil, I wouldn't know how much I like a local should be paying, right? So you need to insure that for yourself so you don't get scammed at thousands of bucks. Um, so, tips for prior to booking. Make sure the website is a notable known one and that is secure. Again, there was this like I had a friend of mine, right? He found a cruise deal. It was too good to be true. It was like a 2 week cruise, and it was like for 70% less than what every other site offered. And I'm like, oh, well, what are you using? Booking.com, Kayak? What are you using, right? He's like, oh, I'm using Guangzhou Shores Tours.com. And I'm like, Guangzhou is in China. That's a city. Are you going to China? He's like, no, I'm actually going to Jamaica. And I'm like, I don't think you should trust that. And the entire site was written in Chinese. He used a translator app to to get the fare. And I'm like, do not enter your passport number on it for God's sake, please, right? So read some reviews on other people's experiences using certain websites such as airlines, hotels, and other excursions. Honestly, personally, I kind of avoid, for example, Air India for like on certain routes. Like for example, I've flown Air India Chicago or like Toronto. Like those airplanes are pretty old, and oftentimes I had my seat broken, the screen broken, all that. But through from London or Frankfurt and stuff, the airline's good. So you need to make sure that just because you have a favorite airline, just because you have a reliable airline, doesn't mean it's reliable everywhere. So you have to check which routes are good.